Hello, everyone, and welcome to another random bits and pieces segment for my brain. And today, still a while, for we are playing some more Franchise Hockey Manager 7 with my Tampa Bay Lightning Historical Challenge. Alright, so it is the off-season, and we have an expansion coming, which I kind of forgot about. So, the Nashville Predators are going to join. That means we're going to lose at least a player to that. And a bunch of players retired and everything. So let's take a look at all of that first, and then we'll move on from there. All right, so Dave Taylor was named the GM of the Preds for their very first year in the league, and they hired Kevin Constantine as the coach. So there you go. Then we have a whole bunch of retirement, including one of our own. All right, so Brian Bellows retired from Montreal. He was 33, 2.5-star player. Done. Nikolai Borchevsky retired. He was 33, a star and a half, playing for Toronto. Brian Bradley retired, so that's gonna kind of hurt our our center position here. Already, we kind of struggled last year when he was injured. He was injured for a very long time, and we kind of struggled. Well, he's gone forever now. So Brian Bradley retired. He was 33, still a 2.5-star player, but he's gone. Jeff Brown is done. He was 32, playing in Carolina. He was a 2.5-star player. He retired. Jimmy Carson retired. So Jimmy Carson had like that resurgence season that we saw, right? He had 43 points in 76 games with Washington, which is not too bad. 29 years old, Jimmy Carson, 2-star players. He's done. Bruce Driver in New Jersey is done. He retired at 36, star and a half. Gaetan Duchesne retired. He was playing in Dallas, 35 years old, 2-star players. He's done. Vyacheslav Fitzezov retires at 40. He was still a 2.5-star player, playing in Anaheim. He's done. Mike Gartner is done, playing with the Rangers. He was 38, 2.5-star player. Kelly Rudy retired as well. He was a star and a half. 37 years old, playing in LA. Alaya Friday retired. 32 years old, a star and a half. He was in Buffalo. Yari Curry also retires from the Kings. He was 38, 2.5-star player. Pat LaFontaine makes me sad, but he retired at 33. He was still a 3-star player. Troy Mallet got the Selkie and then he retired. So 28 years old, Troy Mallet, star and a half. Andy Moog retired at 38. He was still a 4-star player. And Mike Ridley retired in Washington. He was 34 and a star and a half. And finally, Brent Sutter retired from the Rangers at 36, 1.5-star player. All right, so we are going to be losing a player to the expansion. Oh, yeah, a couple other things. So I am, of course, offering contracts to all of my rookies that are 20 years old. So mostly they are defensemen. So I have Mikko Lehtonen. Now the biggest one is going to be Tomas Kaberle. Antti-Jussi Niemi, and then Boris Pretnar. And then I'm offering a contract. So Stoner Matt pointed pretty aptly that I might have a little bit of a weakness at right wing. Although now with Brian Bradley retiring, I might also have a weakness at center. So I offered a contract to Scott Young here. He is still a 3-star player, and he should be pretty decent for a couple more years. Scott Young in real life, if I remember correctly, played in Colorado, then he went to St. Louis, and then he had like a really good season in St. Louis or something like that. So hopefully that's going to boost his ratings for that, and then we should be able to have a pretty decent player. I didn't look at free agents for centers. Maybe I could try to pick somebody. I don't know that there's anybody good available, but nah. The best available one is Craig Conroy, and I just let him walk. So Yeah, we're not gonna get a center through free agency. Now there's a couple good news and a couple bad news on the team. First of all, the good news: Martin Straka is now even better than he was when we got him. He's now a 3.5 star player, so that's pretty cool. Bill Guerin went up to a 3 star player, so that's also pretty good. Steve Richin also went up to a 3 star player, so those are the good news. Bad news is a lot of my defensemen regress. So Mark Bergevin is only a 1 star player anymore. Sean Chambers is a star and a half. So yeah, that depth that was pointed out that I had on D. Yeah, well, it's gonna get tested now because uh, there's a loss of talent that happened there, and also McGillney is only a 2 star player anymore. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on there. Um, yeah, let's submit protection lists and hope for the best. Hopefully, I don't lose like a super good player. All right, let's ask the assistant and then adjust from there. All right, 5 defender and 9 forward. Okay, so Abby Boleyn is protected. Yes. Five defensemen, and they protected all right D's. Yeah, I'm not sure I want to protect Al Gill over Adrian Aucoin. Oh man, I have decisions to make here. All right, I'm keeping Rafalski, Numinen, and Boris Mironov and Jovanovski. I'm gonna keep all of those guys. So I'm gonna unprotect Gill, and then I can only keep one of those demons. So Per Gustafsson is a 2 star. I'm keeping Aucoin there. And I know there's other ones that are good, like Karpovtsev. I would like to keep him, but I can't keep everybody. All right, and then up front, Marcus Naslund. He's now a 2 star player, right? He was only a star and a half last year. Ryan Smith, Martin Straka, German Titov, Michael Enzo, Steve Richin, Mikael Samuelsson, Peltonen, and Guerin. Oh, I don't have McGillney protected. Okay. Now, is there somebody that I would like to keep above all of those players? Decisions. Mikael Anderson has been a pretty good warrior for us, but he's starting to decline. He's only a star and a half now, so I'm not going to protect him. I think I'm going to keep it like that. I mean, I'm not going to lose 7 million players, so hopefully I get to keep a couple of those. I'm guessing I'm going to lose McGillney. Maybe Karpovtsev and Gill, maybe. Maybe Sean Chambers. I don't know. It's really hard to tell what I might lose. I mean, that list makes sense, right? Unless I want to protect McGillney instead of German Titov. Let's take a look at. He didn't have a very good season, but he's still a 14 in some stuff, so he should still be good. A lot of people had a bad season last year. I think I'm gonna go with that. Oh, Scott Young signed. Oh, that's good. All right, so we have Scott Young. All right, so good. Some good news. All right, so Scott Young joins the Lightning. Mikko Lehtonen. Okay, all of those guys are thinking about signing, and they will because they are my rookies. Expansion draft. Alright, so this is where that might... Alright, let's see how the Nashville Predators draft. So that's going to be a very different team, I'm sure, that Nashville got when they first joined the league. Oh, wow, they can get Ray Ferraro if they want. Alright. Alright, so they got Schelberg from Carolina. So, alright, Schelberg is going to be playing in Nashville. Jeff Hackett and Felix Potvin were chosen so far. Another goaltender, Ron Tugnut, is going to be going there. Yegor Podomatsky is going there. Alright, so those are the 5 goaltenders: Schelberg, Jeff Hackett, Felix Potvin, Ron Tugnut, and Yegor Podomatsky. That means we're going to lose a skater. So who is it going to be? I'm calling Mogilny. We'll see. Mikael Renberg. Wow, Philadelphia didn't protect Renberg. So Mikael Renberg goes to Nashville in the expansion draft. Scott Pellerin. Ray Ferraro. So that's your first line right there, I guess. Ray Ferraro with Scott Pellerin and Mikael Renberg. Yeah, you could do worse than that, I guess. Doug Bodger. Jason York. Dmitry Yerofeyev. Alexander Karpovtsev. So it looks like the player we've lost is Alexander Karpovtsev. Okay. I'm okay with that. Assuming that there's not a bug and that I don't lose an extra player, losing Karpovtsev, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with losing a defenseman because I have plenty of those. Tim Taylor, Brian Marchment, Randy McKay, Nicholas Falk, Tony Herkus, Sean Van Allen, Kirk Muller, Mike Eagles, Alex Selivanov, Yuri Slega, Ruslan Soleil, Jonas Oglund, Ty Domi, and that's it. And Tony Granato as the last pick for the Kings, or from the Kings. Alright, so we lost Karpovtsev. Okay. We'll deal. Now there's probably a... No, it doesn't look like there's a waivers draft. Well, there is no waivers draft. Okay. Alright, so those guys... Alright, it says that we're 5th, but I'm not sure that that's when we're going to draft. Yannick Dubé and the Phoenix Coyotes agreed to dissolve the contract, so he is not with the organization anymore. Alright, and now is draft day. Oh, we are actually picking 5th. We might actually get a decent player. Alright, so let's see. Goes first. Probably Vincent Lecavalier, I would say. Oh, no. The Nashville Predators went with Brian Allen as the first pick here in this draft. Alright, and then... The Mighty Ducks got Vincent Lecavalier. The Capitals got Brad Richards. The Hurricanes got Ryan Miller. And now it's my turn. And, oh God. I think I'm going to get Alex Tanguay. Alex Tanguay had a decent career in the NHL. Was he like a superstar, like 100 points a season? No, but he was an honest decent player. All right, pick until human. Manny Malhotra. Yeah, I can get Manny. I don't have a problem with that. All right. Nicholas Agman, maybe. Martin Skula. I'll take Nicholas Agman. George Parros, yeah, no, I don't think so. Not a big fan of the work you're doing as the, player safety or the NHL disciplinary guy. Jimmy Erickson, Thomas Rolenik, Richmond. I'll take Jason LaBarbera. Alright, and from here on, it's like, whatever. Thomas Kluchek, maybe? Greg Zanon. He played in the NHL for a little bit. I'll take him. No, I said he played in the NHL. I didn't say it was good. I just said he played in the NHL for a while. Greg Zanon. All right. Yeah, from here I'm gonna see if I recognize players. Julien Vauclair was a Ottawa Senators pick, so I'll pick him. There you go. Matt Walker. That's the only name I recognize, so I'm gonna pick him. Alright, and here AI can pick. There you go. Alright, so the best drafts were the Sharks, the Stars, and the Blackhawks, and the worst were the Bruins, Canucks, and Oilers. Oilers went for Mike Comrie. Alright. Now those guys should sign. Oh, alright. So Detroit tried to offer sheet Dan Boyle, but the Blackhawks matched it. And then Buffalo matched an offer from the Red Wings on Victor Kozlov. There you go. Alright. Lehtonen scored. Signed. Yeah, he didn't score. Not playing yet. Not yet. Alright, you can get 26. Nobody has it. There you go. And the other two signed as well. Alright, so now I did my one free agent signing. How many contracts do I have now? 48. So that leaves me a little bit of room in case I see a waiver that I really want to get. It could happen. We never know. So yeah, let's go ahead and sim. We're gonna go pretty quick, I think. There shouldn't be a whole lot going on. Sean Hill donates time and money to cancer research. All right, he becomes a better player. Sean Neal is 28 and playing in Montreal, a 2-star player. Oh, wow. Looks like there's an issue with how the text reads from that that news. Health problems force Roger Nielsen to call it a career. Roger Nielsen has announced his retirement. The 64-year-old said his decision was a tough one. I love this game, but I have some health issues that won't let me continue to coach. So I wonder if it kind of follows real life. Now, if you're not familiar with Roger Nielsen, he finished his career as a coach with Ottawa, where after he passed from cancer, we had the Sens built Roger's house, which is, a place for, I believe, kids with cancer and whatnot. So, yeah. So it almost looks like it's following real life. I don't know if it's a coincidence or not. So now they're going to need a new coach. Oh, there's been a trade between the Kings and the Orders. Is Wayne Gretzky heading back to the Orders? Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay, so LA gets Bill Ranford, and Brad Smith is going to the Orders. I think the Kings got the upper hand here. I mean, Ranford is declining right now, but still. They did lose a goaltender to retirement, right? So they kind of made a trade to make up for it. Kind of makes sense. I like it. Oh, Raymond Davis, is available on waiver. He's not going to pick that guy up. There's been a trade between the Mighty Ducks and the Capitals. So, Mighty Ducks traded Mario Chitaroni and Alex Westlund to the Washington Capitals for Daryl Shannon and the rights to Alexander Vasilevsky. Yeah, I think Anaheim got the upper hand here, even though Daryl Shannon should be starting to decline soon, I would think, at 30. Who are you? Klaus Cathen. Yeah, I'm not going to pick you up. I'm going to save my my claims for other players. Mike Seklenka and Goran Bezina. Alright, Mark Astley, no thank you. The best free agents currently available: Jocelyn Thibault, Maxime Sokolov, Mike Dunham, Espen Knudsen. That's for my friend FJ there, Espen Knudsen. Alex Tanguay, well, he's a drafty. You are Ilonen, Kelly Ools, Gart Snow, Mike Rossetti, and Rhett Warrener. I'm pretty much at capacity right now. I wouldn't mind trying, Espen Knudsen, but I just don't have room. Rob Brown on waivers. Oh yeah, he's pretty much oh dear God. 9 offense, 5 defense, 8 physical, 6 mental. Yeah, you're done, Rob Brown. You're done. All right, Hall of Fame induction. Doug Wilson got in. Pierre Larouche got in. Bobby Smith got in. And Gilles Meloche. There you go. Now we're going to get the news for that. Oh, There's been a trade. Looks like Philip Kuba got traded to the Maple Leafs. Now that interests me. So Anaheim is being busy on the trade front here. So Anaheim gets Sylvain Lefebvre and the rights to Adam Hauser. Sylvain Lefebvre is still 2 stars, and Philip Kuba and the rights to Thomas Reinhardt go to the Leafs. Now, I don't know if Kuba's going to reach his potential. More than likely not, but he should still be a decent 2-2, or I would say he should become a 2 or 2.5 star defenseman, at his peak. Sounds about right. He had a few good seasons. All right. There's been some trades. Ken Tuskins is available. I'm not going to pick this guy up. Been some trades. There weren't any trades at the last trade deadline. I was a little bit disappointed. Right, Alan Wark and Thomas Kluchek are available. Scott Clemenson. Oh. Brad Fast. There's one waiver a day. Mike Rupp and Philip Lacos, and there's been a trade yet again. Anaheim made a trade with Nashville. Peter White and Christian Berglund are going to Nashville, and in return, Anaheim gets Ty Domi. All right, so Ty Domi goes to Anaheim. Mike Grumak. Yeah. Is it Joey McDonald? Yeah, Joey McDonald is available. No idea how to pronounce that. Victor Kostyuchianak. Victor Kostyuchianak. Never heard of him. Kritikov and Utevich. Wow, lots of waivers. All right, Fyodor Polishchuk, Jim Abbott, and Matt Kowalska. Ryan Jardine. Yorick Trey and Oleg Blagoy. Rasmus Olsson. Wow, that's a lot of waivers. What's going on? That's a lot more than usual, that's for sure. Plus, there shouldn't be waivers in the offseason. That's weird. Pekka Saravo. Jeff Giuliano. Michael Bakos and Bruno Saint-Jacques. All right, so we are heading towards preseason here. Lassie Kopitz. Tomasz Razingar. Well, I'm pronouncing all of my different European accents here, so I guess this video does have a purpose. I can go tour Europe and I'm gonna sound like a native. Okay, maybe not. Maybe in France. Maybe in Belgium. Maybe. Kyle Friedrich. Right, 13 days. I'm going to need to recall everybody. almost there. It is almost time. Alright, that's the part where I... Okay, how did I do that last time? Oh, there's a... I had set it up one time and it was like super easy. What was it? Oh, that was from here. It was from here that I did it. Okay. Alright. Recounting the two goaltenders that were, you know, dressed for that game against Washington before the Olympics. That's how Martin Biron got his contract. Nicholas Avlid, Hans Janssen, Nescash, Francis Bouillon, Bon Bouillon, Vili Niminen, which I often confuse with Peltonen. I don't mean any disrespect for either or of those players, but they have similar names to me. All right. I thought I had my assistant coach taking care of that. Alright, Gusev wants a number. You get 56 and you stop whining. There you go. Gulen would like a number. You get 70 and you stop whining. Avlid, I'm not going to be mean to because maybe he's going to play one day. Hans Janssen, usually you would get number 8. You're going to get 58 today. Oh, you're upset. Tough shit. Alright. Oh. Oh, I guess Mark Bergevin is not happy that I gave his number to somebody else because I screwed up. Well, that's okay. Vili Niminen, 21. Aaron Gavey, 10. Michael Anzus. Oh, you're taking it over Mikko Lehtonen. You can have 40. So 65. Oh, this that exhausts me to change numbers. It's so tedious. Teppo Numminen is not in playing shape. Oh my god, I brought you here. I'm counting on you and everything. I'm gonna criticize him internally. There you go. I'm letting him know that I'm not happy, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that in the media. Now, if it was 2020, oh well, yeah, it's gonna be like on all the platforms. It's gonna be on Twitter and everything. Yeah. Okay, all right. So preseason starts. We are about to play against the Washington Capitals. So let's take a look at them and see if they have a chance to do better than what they did last year. Oh, Toronto just moved to the East now. It's a done deal. Okay, alright, so Washington, Craig Biddington, Kozig, Kelly Johansson, Sarah Gunshar, Atcher, Zidlicki, Ken Klee, Alatalo, Ristich, Granwalchuk, Thornton, Warner, Rintanen, Burridge, Shitaroni, Deg, Pivanka, Drury, Bondra, Noonan, Ramoser, Velicevic. They should be a little bit better, I would think. Oh, looks like we're going to be playing Ryan Smith at center for this game. Alright, we're going to go with Nikolai Abibulin in net. They are going to go with Olaf Kozig. And we start with a 4-2 loss. We did outshoot Washington 44-23. Kevin Atcher was the first star of the game. He had a goal and 2 assists. Al Gill for us was the second star with an assist, and Olaf Kozig was the third star with 42 saves. Right, so Washington scored the first goal, then we tied it up. Sergei Brennan scored from Al Gill and Steve Richin, tied at 1 after 1. Then in the second period, Washington scored. It was 2-1 Washington after 2. Then we tied the game. Bill Guerin scored on the power play from Teppo Numminen and Sean Chambers. Tied at 2, but then Washington scored twice, and they won 4-2. Good game for Mark Rickey in Philadelphia. He had 3 goals and an assist against St. Louis. All right, and now we're going to host the Edmonton Orders. So let's take a look at their lineup. Ooh, not a lot of superstar talent there. All right, so Jamie Starr and Dwayne Rolauson in net. Dave Manson, Sikora, Brendan Witt, Joseph Woolley, Levins, and Pitlick on D. That's not great at all. Not even close to be great. Up front, it's Shane Carson, Gilchrist, Maltby, Morrow, Tikkanen, Moore, Beranek, Delanter, Darcy Tucker, Todd Burtis. Oh, yeah, that's true. I remember they have the Headhunter lineup. Kelly Bugberger, Scott Millenby, Joe Murphy, and Brad Smith. Wow. It's going to be tough, I think, for the Oilers this season. Dwayne Rolauson in net for Edmonton. We're going to go with Nikolai Abibulin. And we lost 2-1. Now, keep in mind, I don't put much stock in preseason games because I recall all of my players and the computer is going to use them all, as opposed to the computer teams. They play their best lineup every single time. So we were outshot in that one, 37-22. Josef Beranek was the first star of the game. He had an assist. Glenn Metropolit was the second star with an assist. And Jason Woolley was the third star with an assist. We had 11,074 people in attendance for this game. And nobody scored until the third period. And we actually opened up the scoring. It was a Brian Rafalski goal from Glenn Metropolit. But then Edmonton scored twice. And that was it. And we had a fight between Adrian Aucoin and Kelly Buckberger. Jamie Wright is injured, but it is a day-to-day injury, so it is fine. Oh yeah, and the waiver draft is before the season. I don't know, I spaced out earlier, and I thought it was usually like right around free agency time, so we'll see what happens there. I might be on the lookout for a center, maybe. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't think I'm going to get a superstar or anything, but maybe some depth at center would be good. And now we're playing against a team that in real life had no business being in the playoffs 2 years in a row, but thanks to COVID, it happened for them, the Montreal Canadiens. All right, Patrick Roy and Bruce Racine in net. Éric Messier, Mathieu Schneider, Antipin, Mickey, Schultz, Brisebois, Desjardins, Hill, Rivet, Andy, Brunet Leclerc, Savage, Kevin Stevens, Vincent Danfus, Pascal Réaume, Jeff O'Neill, John Madden, Eric Dawes, Mike King, Joey Kosher, and Oleg Petrov up front. I'm not sure how to feel about that lineup. We're going to send Johan Edberg in net. They are going to go with Bruce Racine. And we won 3-1, so I don't pay any heed to preseason games, unless, of course, it's against Montreal. It still makes me feel very special and good inside. Alright, so we were outshot 23-17, so Bruce had a bad game. Vili Peltonen was the first star of the game. He had 2 assists. Patrice Brisebois was the second star with an assist. And Ryan Smith led the charge for us. He scored 2 goals and got the 3rd star. Alright, so Montreal scored first in the first period. And then, oh god, we scored late. So, with 2 minutes, 59 seconds left to go in the third period, we tied the game. It was Ryan Smith from Niklas Avlid, and then Straka scored from Vili Peltonen and Greg DeVries, and then Ryan Smith scored in an empty net from Vili Peltonen and Martin Straka. 3-1 Tampa Bay, and that is a nice victory. Niklas Avlid improves at right defense. Well, that's good for you, buddy. Now we're going to play the Devils here in a couple days. Memorable night for Patrick Schelberg. I believe he was a pick of Nashville when Nashville joined, actually. I think that he was one of those that played there. Got a hat trick. Actually, I can look at it real good here. And he sure was. Patrick Schelberg was of the original Nashville Predators in real life. He did okay, I guess. Did get two seasons of 45 or more points. That's decent, especially Nashville wasn't like all that great when they joined the league. All right, and now we are going to be playing in New Jersey against the Devils. Devils have Martin Brodeur in net, of course, and then Shvetsov as the backup, Roman Amerlik, Jason Smith, Scott Stevens, Chris Phillips, Brad Bombardier, Tommy Abeline, and Scott Niedermeyer and Trigg. That's not a bad D at all. Chorsky, Friesen, Zilipukin, Kapanen, Jonf, Skrudlin, Yell, Rolston, Sikora, Boson, Lemieux, McLean, and Richer up front. Yeah, that's a pretty decent team. Pretty decent team. Alright, so Abby Bulin in net for us, Martin Brodeur in net for them. Oh, we lost 8-3. We were outshot 47-17. Philip Boson was the first star of the game. He had 2 goals and an assist. Tom Chorsky was the second star with 2 assists, and Jason Smith was the third star with 2 assists. Wow. All right, and we took a 2-0 lead into the first period, so we had Scott Young score from Mikael Anderson and Steve Richin, and then Alexander Mogilny on the power play from Ryan Smith and Mikael Anderson. 2-0 Tampa Bay after 1. Then Tampa Bay tied the game at 2 in the second period. Then we took the lead again, Ryan Smith from Peter Buzek, and then New Jersey tied the game again. It was tied at 3 after 2. We didn't look too bad, and then we allowed 5 goals in the third period, and then we looked bad. Maxim Sushinsky improves at left wing. Big game for Adam Oates. He had, 3 goals and 3 assists against Washington. That's indeed a pretty strong game. All right, we are now playing the Ottawa Senators. What are my Sens doing? Are they rebuilding properly? Well, Robert Lang is there, but he's not going to play that game. He is hurt. So it's Mika Kiprusov and Patrick Lalime in net. Yeah, that's... They are not developed yet, but if they were to be fully developed, that would be one heck of a tandem there. Chris Pronger, pretty good. Andrei Markov, yeah, okay. Sean Brown, yeah, no, Luboš Sekerash. Bradshaw is still there. Tony Ludman, Brent Sopel. All right. There's definitely some decent pieces there. They're just not fully developed. Jamie Langenbrunner, Nicolishin, Dave Reed, Gerald Scaldi, Sylvain Turgeon is still there. Chris Gratton, Robert Lang, Alexei Yashin, Rasmussen, Jan Ordina, Jody Hull, Trent McLeary, Pat Verbeek, and Cold. They have interesting pieces. They're just not quite there yet. Patrick Lalime is going to be in net for that game, and we are going to go with Johan Edberg. And we won 4-1. Despite being outshot 27-18, Sergei Brin was the first star of the game. He had 2 assists. Alexander McGillney was the second star with 2 goals, and Teppo Numminen was the third star with an assist. 11,926 people in attendance for this game. So Ottawa scored first in the first period, then Vili Peltonen scored from Mikael Anderson and Aaron Gavey, then Alexander McGillney from Sergei Brin, and it was 2-1 Tampa Bay after 1. And then in the second period, Alexander McGillney scored from Teppo Numminen and Sergei Brin, made it 3-1. And in the third period, Scott Young scored in an empty net from Bill Guerin and Glenn Metropolit. 4-1 victory for the Suns. For the Lightning, sorry, wrong team. That's the downside of playing your favorite team. You know, when you play your favorite team, you're kind of, it's kind of engraved in your muscle memory. Teemu Selanne is injured, sprained thumb, and he's going to miss 3 weeks. Shouldn't be the end of the world. All right. German Sitov is feeling better, and Jamie Wright is starting to feel better as well. And we're about to play the Kings, so we have 2 preseason games left. So we have the Kings, and then we have the Mighty Ducks. Let's play the Kings first. All right, what's going on in LA? So they have Bill Ranford and Stena in net. Not that great, to be honest. Daryl Sidor, Alexei Zitnik, Derek Morris, Seager, Rob Blake, Daniel Markov, Peter Svoboda on D. It's not too terrible. You know, when your third pairing has 1.5-star players on it, it's okay. Yeah, they're not doing too bad. Magnus Arvidsson, a favorite of mine when he was playing for the Suns. That's probably Rem Murray, I am guessing. Yeah, Rem Murray. So, Arvidsson, Rem Murray, Warren Reichel, Tupal, Bednar, Vorobiev, Patrick Eliash, Wayne Gretzky, Todd Marchand, Derek Plant, Pavel Bure, Miller, Sandstrom, and Mark Parrish. Yeah, that left side is leaves a little bit to be desired. Yeah, goaltending is not very good. Left wing is not very good. Other than that, it's not too bad. Right, Nikolai Bibulin in net for us. Bill Ranford in net for the Kings. And we won 4-1. We were outshot 43-21. Martin Straka was the first star of the game. He had a goal and an assist. Nikolai Bibulin was the second star with 42 saves. And Teppo Numminen was the third star with an assist. Ruchin opened up the scoring in the first period from Scott Young and Teppo Numminen, and then Marcus Naslund from Martin Straka and Adrian Aucoin. It was 2-0 at that point, but then the Kings scored, and it was 2-1 after 1. Nobody scored in the second period, and then we added 2 goals in the third. Adrian Aucoin from Bill Guerin and Ryan Smith, and then Martin Straka from Vili Peltonen and Sergei Brin. 4-1 the final score. All right. Yes, German Sitov is ready to return. Oh, we're going to have one heck of a home stretch in October there. And that's going to be like 2 weeks long. All right, Anaheim. So they made a bunch of moves, right? So let's see what the team looks like now. Well, it looks injured. That's pretty much what jumps up at me. So Mike Stapleton is hurt, Owald is hurt, Joe Rickey is hurt. Oh boy, they have a few decent pieces for the future, but like the raw talent right now is just not there. It's probably going to be another tough year in Anaheim. So Guy Hebert and Roberto Luongo in net. Of course, Luongo is only 19, so he's not developed yet, so it's going to be tough. Ken Daneko, Jacobson, Ulrich, Alexeyev, Daryl Shannon, Joe Rickey, Marek Malik, and Sylvain Lefebvre on D. Wow, imagine like that D didn't have Lefebvre and Shannon. They just traded for them, and they're like two of their best defensemen. Oof. Martin Saint-Louis, Owald, Zarillo, Stapleton, Vitolins, Matt Cullen, Vincent Lecavalier, York, Volk, Rob, Lawrence, and Domi. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough season in Anaheim. Right, Roberto Luongo in net for Anaheim. We are going to Johannesburg, and we won 5-0. Last game of preseason, we were outshot 32-31. Johannesburg first of the game, 32 saves and the shutout. Brian Rafalski was the second star with 2 assists, and Ryan Smith was the third star with a goal and 2 assists. 11,943 people in attendance for this game. Peltonen opened up the scoring in the first. It was a power play goal from Rafalski and Martin Straka. Sorry, the throat is starting to be a little dry. Thankfully, we're almost done here. Ryan Smith then scored on the power play from Boris Mironov and Steve Richin. And then Scott Young scored shorthanded from Mikael Anderson and Ryan Smith. It was 3-0 Tampa Bay after 1. Whew. Then in the second period, Bill Guerin scored from Steve Richin and Brian Rafalski, and then Marcus Naslund from Ryan Smith and Vili Peltonen, 5-0 after 2. We also had a fight between Bill Guerin and Ty Domi. And of course, nobody scored in the third. That was a 5-0 victory here. Alright, so the regular season kicks in here in 4 days, and we're going to start it on the road against the Florida Panthers. So we're going to play 2 games in 2 nights on the road, and then we're going to have like that crazy long homestead. And then we'll see what happens after that. So yeah, that looks like that's gonna be pretty much our entire month of October there. We might have a game on the 31st. So I'm gonna go ahead and save the game, and of course, you know, prior to the next video, I'm gonna go ahead and figure out whom I am keeping on the lineup, and you know, I'm gonna lose somebody in the waivers draft, so somebody is not coming back. But I might be picking up a decent piece, hopefully. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and stop here for today. So as usual, I do want to thank you for tuning in. And if you've liked the video and you would like to help support me and my channel, please feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, all of that good stuff. And until I roll this game again, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.